Hi, this is Shannon Kringen, Goddess Kring, and I'm very excited to announce that I was interviewed by Seattle Magazine by a journalist, author. He calls himself, his name is Brad Holden, and he calls himself author, historian, and finder of old things. And I'm very, very excited that I'm going to be that not me, but Goddess Kring, about my TV show is going to be profiled in Seattle Magazine of March or April 2024. As I'm recording this, it is December 20th, 2023, and I am excited. I like to mostly do selfies, but I need to have a super duper high resolution photo taken of me in my Goddess Kring bodysuit and my painted hat and my painted shoes in front of my art car for the Seattle Magazine profile. And I'm just really grateful and excited. And we had a 35-minute interview recently. And he asked me about my childhood and about my what I was like in high school. And it was just an amazing experience being interviewed by Brad Holden for Seattle Magazine. Just wanted to do a short video. Welcome to my woo, my YouTube subscribers. And feel free to like and share this video. And Goddess Kring to be profiled in Seattle Magazine, and it will be printed as well as online, both. I made sure to ask because a lot of times people interview me or I do some interesting thing, and then I forget to ask questions like, when and where will this be published? Will it be printed or just online? And this is going to be printed and online, and I'm excited. So I'm going to go get my friend is going to help me get some good pictures of myself, full body, super high resolution with me in my art car. I'm very excited. Just wanted to share the good news with you guys. So Ocean Beam, come clean, manifesting dreams. Catch the windsong spiral drive, meaning be open to the synchronicities in your life. There's obviously horrible things happening in the world right now. There always is horrible things. So I don't mean to be ignoring that, but I want to focus right now on positive things that I'm manifesting and focus on that and be grateful for that. So, yay. Okay, I'm so grateful. And when he interviewed me, it just felt like interesting to it's interesting to because I'm 55 years old. It's interesting to be old enough to actually talk about my life and say 40 years ago, let's see, I remember 1976 just barely, like I was in third grade or something like that. Let's see, 76. I was 8 years old in 1976. Um, and I remember being in San Diego, and I don't know, I just shared different things about what I was like in high school, what I was like in childhood, the things about my mom and dad, the way they raised me, etc. So that was fascinating to be interviewed, and I'm excited to see the results. We're working on the Goddess Kring documentary. Oh my gosh, I gotta turn my phone off. The Goddess Kring documentary. I'm going to turn that off for a second. It's driving me nuts. Constantly having electronic devices alert to you is just really stressful. So, um, I emailed a preliminary questions. I found 5 people that want to be interviewed for the Goddess Kring full-length feature documentary because, in addition to being profiled in Seattle Magazine, I'm excited to share that Dave Flowers and I are working on a full-length Goddess Kring record with 10 songs on it. We have 2 done, and we're going to do 8 more that are as high quality as possible. We would love it if we could get KEXP radio station to play our songs, if we make them as good as possible and we try to submit them and see if somebody that works, if you know anybody that's a DJ at KEXP radio station in Seattle that knows about Goddess Kring TV show, would love to get our music once we're finished with it and it's good enough. Dave Flowers is a very good musician and engineer and record. He has Interactive Jack Records here in Seattle. And we're working on a Goddess Kring record. I'm working on a Goddess Kring poetry book called Kringonian Pizzazz. I'm going to self-publish a poetry book. And so it's the Goddess Kring music album, the Goddess Kring poetry book, the Goddess Kring art car, and the Goddess Kring me, Shannon Kringen, human being, and the Goddess Kring um, featured and profiled in Seattle Magazine as part of Seattle history. I think it's amazing that I'm not to like be an egotistical person, but I've spent enough time in my life criticizing myself and putting myself down. Um, and I'm very hard on myself generally. And it's nice to just celebrate that I spent 15 years of my life making a 28-minute video every single week and putting it on public access television. I have over 700 videos. And there's part of me that's just like, whatever, big deal, so what? But I'm really glad that I kept the videos, and now my friend and I are archiving them. And there's a group of us actually digitizing the Goddess Kring videos, and then I'm going to learn video editing. Editing is not my forte with my photos and my videos. I also don't like taking photographs with tripods. I'm really good. I'm a good photographer when it comes to handheld, spontaneous, improvisational, natural light photos, running around, taking pictures of myself or nature. I'm really good at that, but I'm not really so good at um, setting up a shot with a tripod and getting the light perfect and the focus perfect and that kind of photography. I'm not real patient for it, and I'm not really good at it. And the technical perfectionism side of it is not very fun for me. But the actual lighting and the actual spontaneity and framing the shot composition, that's what I'm good at. So, Saddle Magazine profile, Goddess Kring record, Goddess Kring poetry book, full-length documentary. Those are like the projects and then I'm also pet sitting and dog walking and medical modeling and art modeling. So I'm just doing lots right now. I'm really grateful, and I'm wearing my beautiful um, fake opal necklace. I got this at a thrift store, and then I glued, because I glue these fake opals onto my art car. I'm gluing these onto my jewelry at this point, and I'm wearing a little bit of makeup today. You can see lots of my freckles. I'm so self-conscious, aren't I? But today I'm wearing a beige outfit. I don't normally wear beige. I actually kind of like beige. It's just kind of fun to neutralize, because I'm going to wear my full, beautiful bodysuit later on today with my colorful prints everywhere and just crazy color everywhere. I love the art of Hundertwasser from Austria. And so I just wanted to share that. I'm trying to do a quick video. This is Goddess Kring, just giving you an update for December 20th, 2023. I'm just grateful and excited for all the fun opportunities and the creative collaborations, and to think that my TV show is part of Seattle history, part of the eclectic, eccentric Seattle history is quite an honor, and I'm proud and happy to be part of colorful history. And that's what I was going to say is I emailed 5 people that want to be interviewed for our documentary, and I got this beautiful, touching email back from one of the guys who was a teenager. When I was 26, he was about 16, I think, and he watched me on TV, and he said I gave him hope for his future because he's a neurodivergent. I guess he's autistic or neurodivergent. I am on the spectrum according to the mainstream assessment that I went. I was questioned several times and took quizzes and tests, and to figure out my brain is kind of like chaotic and rigid in some ways, and my working memory isn't so great, and yet I'm kind of spaced out and really sensitive, and I have synesthesia. I see shapes when I hear music. So there's basically neurodivergence is part of my life, and synesthesia is part of my life. And it's partly why I'm so good at my creative projects. And it's also why I'm not very good at organizing in certain ways. I may be a little ADHD and all of that as well, and a little OCD, but the OCD actually comes in handy for making 700 Goddess Kring videos. Me being a little compulsive was a good trait. I think a lot of actually actors, like when you're an actor in a film and they have you do a scene and you have to do it over and over and over. I like repetition. So there's certain traits, certain professions that are good if you're a little OCD, or if you love repetition, repetition, repetition. Autistic people are known for some of the autistic traits are liking repetition. and liking to repeat things over and over and over, which drives some people nuts and other people find it comforting. I don't mind repetition. I've done a little bit of acting and I have patience for doing something over and over and over and being repetitive. I like the idea of, and I like to photograph myself, and I like to sort of perform in front of the camera or create characters and express. And so you could say that being a little OCD and ADHD and autistic, also being autistic means to me that I'm a little bit uninhibited and I don't have a kind of ego. Like I'm not cool. I'm kind of nerdy in a way. Like I'm kind of honest and genuine, and other people find things embarrassing that I'm okay with doing. It's weird. And then in other ways, I'm shy. Like if I'm at a dinner party, I'm very shy and afraid to talk to people. And yet I can get on stage and perform in front of people or do poetry. Not that I'm not nervous when I'm in front of an audience. I am nervous in front of an audience and worried a little bit about what they think of me. And I tend to hold back. When I auditioned for Cornish to get into their acting conservatory, and then I dropped out after 2 weeks. When I auditioned, I a cappella sang a Tom Petty song. They're like, "Who's the composer?" I said Tom Petty, and they're like, "Oh, nobody's ever sung a Tom Petty song before." And then I had to do a scene from Shakespeare and a scene from a Sam Shepard, a modern contemporary play by Sam Shepard. So I did Shakespeare, Sam Shepard, and a Tom Petty song. And I auditioned and got into Cornish, and they accepted me. They said they saw a spark of talent in me, but that I was holding back, and that if I really want to study acting and be an actor, I have to really learn to express fully and not hold back. So that was interesting to hear. And that was like a long time ago, but I'm just sharing that just to say that some of my traits that have maybe held me back, but then other of my traits have actually helped me do what I do. Like, I don't know if I would have the patience to do my videos and to be an art model, to sit there for hours and hours and hours while people paint and draw, to be able to be in front of a bunch of people without any clothes on and not worry about, I don't really care. Like if people think I don't look good enough or whatever, I don't care. Like I'm just there to be the model and I'm not perfect. Um, and I'm good enough for them to draw, and I'm healthy and was blessed with pretty good DNA. I eat pretty healthy and I exercise. I take pretty good care of myself, but I'm not perfectly skinny. My weight tends to go up and down, fluctuates 20, 30 pounds, up, down, up, down. I'm 5'8.5". I think of my fit weight, I'm built like a guy in terms of my bones and muscles. I weigh about 165 when I'm really fit at 5'8.5". And a lot of men that are about 5'8" or 9" weigh like 160, 165, something like that. A lot of women weigh less than that, but I don't. I weigh more than, I'm 5'8.5". I probably weigh 185 right now. My fit weight's about 165. Not that we should obsess about our weight or what we look like. I think cardiovascular fitness and muscle is more important. Bones and muscles and joints are more important than if you have a little extra fat on your body. I have a little extra flab on my body, kind of in the spare tire area. I'm kind of an apple shaped. There's my little body discussion for today. So whatever, love yourself no matter what. But I do eat healthy and exercise, and so the way I look is the way I look. But I think being healthy is the most important thing, not looking a certain cosmetic way. But if you're actually healthy and love yourself, in terms of muscles and bones, and eating healthy food, eating nutrition, eating protein, fat, vitamins, and minerals, that's what I eat. So yeah. Okay, here we go. So this is Goddess Kring signing out for today. Thanks for being here. I would love to grow my YouTube channel. If you like and share this video, I would be very happy. If you enjoy this, we get something out of it. I'm really happy to inspire people. I'm happy knowing that I influenced teenagers when I was in my 20s. I have no control over what the audience thinks of me. So one thing I find liberating, because I tend to scrutinize myself and be very self-conscious and hard on myself about my TV show, especially, is to hear from people who appreciated what I did and got something out of it. It's good for me to know, what is it that people got out of my show, positive or negative? What is it that people got out of it? Because I was doing my Goddess Kring video show to see how I would affect the audience and how they would affect me. And so now I'm actually asking fans of my show to answer questions about, how did you first hear about Goddess Kring? What do you remember certain episodes? What were the pros and cons? You want to share any opinions about the pros and cons of what Goddess Kring was to you? And do you want to share an interesting story about your life? when you watched Goddess Kring and something interesting. And so I got some interesting answers from somebody who said I helped them and gave them hope for the future and they're neurodivergent. And I'm going to interview some of these people on camera and try to create a compelling documentary story of the Goddess Kring. So there it is. So that's it for now. I tried to do a short video. I almost did a short video. Okay, have a good day, everyone. Bye for now. Thanks for tuning in. Bye bye.